Today I'm going to talk about Balisongs and what I carry. Here's a BRS Barebones 2.0. As you can see, I did polish the blade a little bit, but I mostly did it to polish the spine, as well as I did grind away a little bit of the Zen cup so it's not as pinchy as it is normally stock. Other than that, that's all that's been done to this. It's quite a nice knife for momentum-based moves, as well as just really ladders and all that. A little slippery when your hands are kind of sweaty, but you know, it works. It's pretty good EDC, 154 cm. The blade profile could be a little not as tanto, but the upswept tanto still works pretty well for EDC. You know that saying, one is none and two is one? Well, here is an AB 3.0 Kukri. It used to be a premium. You know, it actually still is. It's got some of the anodizing left. It was two-toned by the previous owner. But this one, with all that blade weight in the Kukri blade, makes it an interesting flipper, as well as just really, basically fans are automatic. Kind of hard to explain, but it doesn't really have handle weight. It's got some, in the ends, but it works. And the blade shape, surprisingly, is pretty good for EDC. As well as I found that being a Kukri blade, it's not too bad at chopping either. I've used it to chop when, a hatchet isn't available. And it worked pretty well. It still took way too long, and a hatchet would have been way better, but you gotta work with what you got. And this one just got, it's a lot of blade. It just feels like I'm throwing around a blade, really. But it's still, got a decent balance, but nothing, to go crazy over, at least in my opinion. But it's still a nice addition to the BRS lineup, at least in my opinion. Well, one is none, two is one, and three is fun. Here's my BRS Alpha Beast channel Alpha Beast. And this is my typical go-to flipper, at least for me. It's just got a good handle weight, pretty neutral overall, and just feels stable. At least compared to the other two that are on the ground. Now, I also have on this one polished the crown, or at least as much as you could before it goes up back to the tang of the knife, because it's not fully rounded from BRS themselves. I also had removed some of the finish just to take out some of the grip of just the texturing that they have for the finish. And also, I typically prefer latches on my knives, even for when flipping. And the latch for the channel Alpha Beast was kind of lackluster because it's the same latch as they've always had, but it's a little on the thinner side and didn't quite fit right in the handle. So another thing I added was some phosphorus bronze washers to tighten that up. It doesn't jiggle a whole lot, but it used to not jiggle at all. But this is probably my most used knife in terms of EDC and flipping. Just kind of beat it up. I mean, latch comes off pretty easy. So yeah, those are the 3 knives I EDC on the daily.